2, 1. Hello and welcome to Elefant Roses. My name is KT. So today we're going to be covering a few different things. I've got some sewing and there's a challenge happening that I'm participating in, as well as some knitting. So hopefully you like this content. Please leave me a like and a comment down below, and please subscribe if you like this content, and I'll be able to make more of it. So the challenge is called the Precious Fabric Challenge. I'm going to look down, so if you see me glancing down, it's because I'm trying to make sure I don't get this incorrect. And it'll also pop up on one side or the other the information for the challenge as well. It's called the Precious Fabric Challenge 2025, and it's being hosted by Tomcat Stitchery. So Whitney is putting this on again. She invited me to be part of it. So in the United States, it's National Sewing Month, so this is a great time to do this challenge. You need to tag Precious Fabric 25 and at Tomcat Stitchery in Instagram when you post your entry. You get 1 entry per person, and there is prizes. And the prizes are coming from Helen's Closet, Itch to Stitch, and I Am Patterns. So how it works is you're going to pick a fabric that's in your stash that's precious to you. It could be because somebody gave it to you, you've had it a really long time, it's really cool fabric that you spent a lot of money on. It could be anything that you consider to be precious fabric. I have 2 of those in my stash currently. They've been there for a while. It was from a fabric store that I absolutely loved. It's the last 2 pieces of fabric I bought there before they went out of business. And so this is my fabric. As you can tell, I bought the last of the bolts, so I've got all these lovely little hanging pieces. It's I'll pull it off so you can see it a little better. It's it's not a really heavy fabric. It's kind of drapey, and I'll pop in the pictures of what I'm going to be making. The other part of the challenge is you don't want to cut right into your precious fabric. So you want to make a wearable 12 possible. It's not a requirement. Some of the people hosting aren't going to be doing that, but I am doing that. I've had one too many patterns not work in my life, and it just makes it easier for me to do that. So this is my wearable 12. I'm here in the United States, so we don't get Burda Style magazine. A lot of the tops that come from Burda Style magazine are ones that I really like, and they're my style. I tend to be more loose tops like this. I work in a business where I sit at a computer 9+ hours a day, usually 9 to 12 hours, and I don't move. And I need my arms to be able to move, hence the reason I don't like bat wings, but I like it to be roomy in this part so that my arms can move freely, but yet I need it tailored. So like this top, I drafted myself. I couldn't find one that I liked. It's a viscose, but it's a ribbed viscose, so it's a really cool fabric. And I bought it at that same store that went out of business. So they always got remnant fabrics in, and that's what their whole business model was, selling remnant fabrics. And so sometimes you could get a yard, sometimes you could get 5 yards. It just depended on what she found. So she was a really nice lady. So I miss her very much, and I miss her fabric even more. So, but this top that I'm going to be making is from the Burda Style magazine from May of 2020. So if you have it in your stash, it's called the Batiste Blouse, and it's number 105. And number 106 is the same blouse, except for it's the short sleeve version. And I'll pop a picture of it too. And there's a side detail on the short sleeve that kind of gathers the side in. But otherwise they're identical. And when you buy it, the PDF pattern, which I'll leave a link down below where you can buy the pattern. When I bought the pattern, both tops were on there, 105 and 106. So I got everything but the directions for the short sleeve. And this little piece that goes here, I'm assuming there's directions on how big to make it. So this is my wearable 12. Currently it needs its sleeves. I've got the buttonholes in. I just pinned it so I could get a good idea where it went. I've still got to run through my stash and find buttons. On the front there's some lovely pleated details that I've got to sew in yet. I wanted to put the buttons in first. And then on the back is some fisheye darts. So it pulls it in. And then it's long sleeve as the picture shows. And there's some cool sleeve details. So it makes it kind of a bigger sleeve. So it makes it so I can move. My other style, this is really my style. And my other style is like late Victorian into the Edwardian. The armistice blouse, the high Victorian lace collars and necks, but those don't work very good for my job. They're very hard to move in. They're not designed to move, so I tend to go for ones like that. So again, this is called the Precious Fabric Challenge. It's being sponsored by a lot of different companies like Ann Tilley Handmade, Cashmerette, Closet Core, and many others. So definitely I'll leave some more information down below. Please check it out. It's running through September 30th, so it's a great time to go through your stash, find something really cool for a precious fabric, and then find a really cool pattern to go with it, and then make yourself a really nice garment of some kind, and then definitely post it to Instagram at hashtag #PreciousFabric25 and at Tomcat Stitchery to be entered into the contest. So that's the contest I'll be doing this month. So towards the end of the month, I'll do another video and give you an update on what my top looks like made with this fabric, which is one of my last two very precious fabrics. Trying to get them taken care of because I don't like having fabric sitting around a lot. I'd rather have it made and have it in my closet. So then instead of being in my fabric stash and something I look at once in a while, I can just open my closet and it's right there every day for me to wear. So I'd rather do that. In my case, I have a whole lot of this fabric, so I won't need it all for this top. So I'll still have more to do other projects, maybe a pair of trousers to match the top or something. Don't know. I'll have to think that one through. Maybe a skirt and make it look like a dress. I don't know. I'll figure that out as I go. But that's my Precious Fabric 25 challenge. So next thing I'm working on, I just cut out, is this top, which is McCall's 7889. I picked up the pattern on a remnant sale, and I'm going to be making this one out of this fabric. So the fabric pretty closely matches. And I'll put in a bigger picture as well of this. So that will be my other top that I'm making currently. And then aside from that, I've been making a lot of aprons to sell on Etsy. So I'm going to go through and show you all of them, and they'll be updated onto my Etsy shop if you want to get ahead of Christmas shopping or you have things happening with family, friends, etc. So this is a half apron. It is chickens, and I'll pop in little pictures up above too. It's got a buffalo black and white check and big pockets in a really long apron, so you can wrap it around your waist and tie it in the front if you want, or just tie it in the back. I have the same chicken fabric in this really pretty red gingham waistband and red gingham pockets. So it's identical to the other one, except for this one's getting caught on its string that's tied. So it's identical to the previous one, except for it's got red gingham on the top and on the pockets. And it's a really cool chicken print. And then the next one is a bib apron. So a bib apron, it's on the side. There's a pocket that allows this to go up and down, so you can adjust how high up you want it or how low you want it. And it's in this really cool pattern with vehicles and Christmas trees and bright red. It's got a big pocket in the front, two big pockets that are big enough for cell phones. I designed these patterns myself, so I wanted big pockets. This is another bib apron I made, and this is chickens again, and this really cool kind of 1930s, I think, looking fabric. So, and again, the string is big enough that on both of these that it can go around the back and tie in the front. And then so those aprons were all made with cotton, quilting cotton as the base. The next one is made with, this is called cotton twill. It was used a lot in the beginning of the late 1800s, early 1900s. It was used through for a lot of uses. And one of those was more heavy duty aprons. So that's what these are made with. This one's made with. And then this is embroidered with forget-me-nots. And then the pocket, it looks like a flower pot. So there's two of those big pockets, and they're big enough to put a cell phone in. I made sure of that. And then it's more of a looser one, and it's a wider bib than one of the others. So it's a big wide apron, so it covers more of your chest, which means it also covers more of your sides of your pants. So if you're one of those that you tend to wipe your hands on the sides of your pants, this is the style of apron you're definitely going to want, because it wraps around more. So your clothes are very well protected, but hopefully you enjoyed that. I only have one of these currently. I figure I'd wait to see what people's reaction is to the flower in the pot. This is a 1912, I saw a sketch drawing, and I could pop it up above. I saw the work apron, and I thought it was really cool. So I designed this. So it's very similar to some that you've seen before with the back that wraps around, but it wraps further around you than a standard apron, so you get more protection. And I designed this just using the sketch that I popped a picture of, and it's got big pockets. And this is a cotton and linen blend. I have one identical to this. I had some leftover fabric, so I just made another one for somebody else to enjoy as much as I do. In that same style of apron, with again the cotton ticking, and this same style as the blue one, except for this is got quilting cotton for the straps, and I made one of these previously, and I call it postcards from Paris, because it's quilting cotton that has all these postcards from Paris. And then this one is just another one of those heavy duty work aprons that wraps all the way around you. Well, almost all the way around you, which is really good, especially if you're like me and I back into things. I tend to do that. I end up with flour on the back of me where it doesn't belong, because I'm not a very neat baker. And so this is a gray cotton ticking. So again, it just goes over the top of your head. You just put it like that, slide it over your head, and then when it's on, the straps just magically adjust, and they crisscross in the back. And it's kind of a cool, when I saw the drawing, I just went, that is really cool. How can I make that? And I looked for a pattern. I couldn't find one, so that's when I made my own. And then the last apron I've made, and this is all in the last couple of weeks. I kind of had fun. I'm going to do a review in a few weeks. I was able to get a new, to me, used sewing machine, and an overlocker too, for a really good deal. And I've been just having so much fun, because my previous used sewing machine, I basically wore it out. And so it wasn't doing so good towards the end. So I've been having fun. You can tell I love to sew. This is a pinafore one, and I'm going to drop a picture in it of it as well. It's a blue cotton, quilting cotton on the top. It's a blue and white striped, and then there's I use home deck fabric for the skirt. That's really heavy duty. Washes up great. It's cotton, so it's just more of a heavy duty fabric, and it's all completely lined. So there's no open seams on this one at all. As you can tell, this is the back of the skirt. The waistband's all enclosed. So are the ties. And I'll put some better pictures of this one up. But that's the last one I've made. So that's what I've been doing. I've been having lots and lots of fun making aprons and playing with that new sewing machine. I think the seamstresses watching this are going, yep, I knew I would have done that too. So I'm going to have those listed on my Etsy account, and that'll be linked down below if you're interested in purchasing any of those. And then my last item that I have to share today, at every Christmas, everybody has the rule at my house. They have to let me know a year in advance what they want for the following Christmas for a handmade item. I try very hard to make sure under the tree is one handmade item and one store-bought item, and then that's what you get for Christmas from me. So the handmade item takes me the whole year to get everybody's made. So it's a 12-month project. So if you're thinking, okay, how am I going to do this for next year? Just plan ahead. Just at Christmas time, just make the announcement. Everybody let me know what you want for next Christmas. You want a sweater, gloves, hat? What do you want? Socks? And I can crochet, knit, sew, etc. So they all know that they're going to get one handmade gift and one store-bought gift. And I usually buy the store-bought gift that Christmas, right before that Christmas. So it's something more relevant. But most of the time, everybody forgets what they asked me for. So it makes it fun because when they open the present, they're not sure what they're going to get. So this next item is one of those items. I have to have it ready for Christmas this year. Fingers crossed I'll have it done in time. I think I will. But I found when Joann's was going out of business, it's called Hue Plus Me, and it's 2 wands, and I'm not sure if it's put out by a major brand. It may be. It's 2 wands, Hue Plus Me, and it's in the color Peacoat. And it's 137 yards in the 4.4 ounce or 125 grams of yarn. So I got this on markdown at Joann's. This is all I got. And this yarn is really cool because in some lights it looks navy blue, other light it looks black. So it just depends on the lighting what color this is. And my family member is a gentleman. He is 6'4". So that is making for one big sweater. I've got his measurements. I know how much yarn I need. And so I went looking because he wanted a cardigan. And he wants a cardigan with big patch pockets. So I looked for men's sweater patterns, cardigans, etc. Wasn't finding anything I really liked. So this is I took a bunch of different patterns and kind of mixed it together and added my own details too. So it's about that big now. I've got the ribbing on the bottom. I have a cable detail here. And then I'm going to have the big pocket here. And then the cable detail picks back up here. I just picked up the cable detail again. So that's what the markers are for, is the patch pocket. It'll be this big. And if you've ever met somebody that's 6'4", their hands are huge. I'm really tiny. I'm on the petite side. So making something for somebody larger than you is always fun because it challenges your skill set and makes you stop and think, wait, I have to think of scale, because things that would just look weird on me because of the scale and the pattern wouldn't look bad on a tall person. So it really got me thinking. So on the back detail, I don't think you can see it here, but there's a line detail that goes all the way across, and it makes that really cool detail. There, you can see it. So that's what I'm working on currently. I'm about not even quite halfway up the body, so it's going to be huge, but then he's really tall, so so hopefully he enjoys that when he gets it for Christmas. So and that's all the things I've been working on for handcrafts. I'm hoping to cast on a Friday tee, which is a petite knit pattern. I've got some yarn that I've got set aside for that, so hopefully I can get to that. I had started it before and messed it up, so that version of it is currently on the in the pile of I don't know what to do with you, because it makes no sense. I laddered back and it just made a mess, and in a previous video I showed still haven't figured it out. So I think what I'm going to end up doing with that is rip it back and start again. So that'll be a winter project. But yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you enter the Precious Fabric Challenge. I'd love to get to see what all you make, so very curious to see how everybody's makes come during the month, and I'll be watching that hashtag. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this content. Please definitely leave me a like and comment below, and definitely come back again. I do a video every week, so it was wonderful to talk to all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you. Bye.